Good day, listeners and viewers. For today's video, we are about to tackle all about geometric shapes. So, do you have any idea about this topic? Well, if you weren't still familiar with all about geometric shapes, here are some trivia for you.
You know, many two-dimensional geometric shapes can be defined by a set of points or vertices and lines. And in plane geometry, the two-dimensional shapes are flat and closed figures such as square, triangles, rectangles, pentagon, and more.
But did you also know that in solid geometry, the three-dimensional shapes are cube, cone, sphere, and cylinder? And how about this? Did you know that under the geometric shapes, we also have polygons? Well, a polygon is a closed figure formed by line segments that meet only at their endpoint. Now let us proceed with the two-dimensional shapes. So to clearly understand, we will be giving you some examples of those shapes in real life. First of all, we have the shape triangle. In real life, we can visualize that party hats can shape like triangles. And this shape has three sides or corners. Next is the shape pentagon. The black spots on the soccer ball represent the pentagon shapes. And it has 5 sides and corners. If you love honey, this example is for you. This shape is a hexagon that has 6 sides and corners. So, as we can see, a honeycomb has 6 lines in every corner. Then, we have heptagon. As an example, here's a mirror. And the lines on each side are counted as 7. We also have an octagon clock here. And don't be confused, this shape has only 8 corners. Are you a fan of vintage things? Well, we have a vintage plate for you. This example belongs to the nonagon. And nonagon shapes have 9 sides or corners. But we shall never forget the decagon. The decagon shapes has 10 sides or corners. And one of the great example here is what we call the Christmas lanterns. The 2D shapes also include quadrilaterals. These include the shape square that has 4 sides. And the chessboard is also an example of it. Second, we have a rhombus. The kite could be an example of this shape because it has 4 corners as well. And lastly, we have a rectangle. It also has 4 sides, and we have our Philippine flag here as an example.
We're already done with the 2D shapes. Everyone, time for our 3-dimensional shapes. So, first, we have an object dice. What shape could it be? That shape supposedly belongs to the cube shape. And the cube shape has 6 equal square-shaped sides. Second, we have the shape cylinder. Are you familiar with this one? Well, let's take a look at our object toilet paper. It has 2 flat ends in the shape of circles. So, because its faces were curved, it doesn't even have sides or corners. But its faces have 3 and its edges were 2. Quadrilaterals also include sphere shape. As we can see, a spinning globe has no sides or corners, doesn't have faces, and even edges it does not have, and it only means that sphere shape were round shaped like the spinning globe.